What is going on, everybody? Long time no talk. I'm doing a stream right now. Obviously, I haven't done a Q&A or a stream in a very, very, very long time. I've been extremely busy with my sports talk show um, and everything else, just life in general. So I'm here to talk sports, everyday life shit. Bring it, bring it. What's up, Steelers fan 19? How you doing? How are you doing, buddy? I'll be doing this for like maybe a half hour, 45 minutes. I just want to catch up with you guys. And I promised I'd do it tonight, so I would. I am exhausted right now. Long day of work. But you know what? A promise is a promise, so I'm going to stay here for 30 to 45 minutes up until like maybe 12:30. And yeah, see where it goes. What's up, Giovanni? How you doing? Go Birds is right. We have a lot of people on here. We have a lot of video content creators on here that think the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl. Think that Carson Wentz is going to win the MVP race. Think all these things. I've been watching videos. I haven't been doing videos because I haven't really had the time. But I've been watching, and you know what? A lot of content creators have their opinions, and they're good ones. I've been paying attention a lot. I have. Nicholas Paz says, "What's up, Nature? How you doing?" What's up, Nicholas? Long time no talk. I'm new to your channel. Giovanni says, "Welcome." I'm gonna be doing a lot of shit this season. I'll be doing the preview videos, the post game videos, and yeah, I'll be back full fledged when it comes to football season. I'm on a little bit of a hiatus. I try to do streams like Bad Dog and Entertainer and stuff like that, but it's not really for me. It's not. And you know what? I have my thing with A2D. I have Sports Sounds every Monday at 8 o'clock, kicking ass on that platform. We're getting like 2,000 views right now per show. That's going to go up during football season. And I want to invite you guys to join because, we talk for 2 hours about Eagles football and whatnot. And it's going to be a really good time. And, Rob, I would be joining you at the bar. Maybe I'll come a little bit later, but right now I got to do this Q&A. But, yeah. What do I think of Lil Baby? Not a fan. What's up, Bryce? How you doing? Steelers fan 19 says, Nitro, would you be shocked if Wentz proved the doubters wrong? No, I honestly, if he plays to his ability and he doesn't get hurt, I think he can win the MVP. I really do, but I'm one of the skeptical fans that I don't believe it until I see it. It's like me with the Eagles my whole life. I didn't really believe they would win a Super Bowl until it actually happened. So it's one of those things that I'm like kind of pessimistic about, but I hope the best for Carson Wentz. I really do because we need him. Nicholas Paz says I've been super busy with college stuff. Yeah, you know what? College is important, and I understand the grind. I really do. I haven't been to school in fucking 5 years. Stop doing that. I haven't been to school in like 5 years, and school's not really for me anyway. But it's a grind. Why don't you go back to YouTube? I'll be back on YouTube more towards football season. As I get a little bit older, I'm not really like seeking the trendy shit. I'm not seeking to be right all the time. I'm just making videos when I can. And yeah, I'm just making videos when it makes sense to make videos. I don't try to beat a dead horse to saying that Carson's better than Dak and shit like that. I don't do that. Like my time slot is on Mondays on ATD Radio where I could talk about all the sports wrapped into 1 week. I don't have to go out of my way and say the obvious that Carson's better than Dak. Everyone knows that Carson's better than Dak. I mean, some of these content creators, they just beat a dead horse. It's weird. Is A2D Radio done on YouTube? No, it's actually going back up on July. It's been a 3-month strike. So what happened is Tom got flagged, all right, because there was a hockey show that was supposed to go live, but it got copyrighted before it went live for some strange reason. And no one knows exactly what happened, but we've been down for 3 months. It's just very fucking odd. And, it'll be back up. It will be back up sooner than later. It's going to be better than ever. We're going to take over the world. I'm telling you right now, this shit is going to get popping, especially during football season. Dodgers going to lose in the World Series again. Yeah, they're going to lose to the Yankees. No one's going to beat the Yankees. The Yankees are too fucking dirty. They're just way too dirty. This is the best Yankees team I've seen in my lifetime. Hands down, the best Yankees team I've seen in my lifetime. I'm just typing something in my group. Sorry, I'll be right back, guys. Boom. Best damn Eagles fan. Just sad. Yep. I just want new people to join this shit. You know, it's fun. So, yeah, fuck it. You know, I'll just put it in the new groups. It was a long day, guys. All right. That should pretty much do it with the groups. Boom, boom. And we're good. All right, cool. So where was I? So Rob says Dodgers will sweep Phillies in a postseason series. You know, right now, yeah, I would say that's accurate, Rob. But the postseason is just so far away. Baseball is such a long season. Like, you have these teams that are falling off a cliff right now, but could jump right back up in a month. Like, I expect that with the Phillies. I don't think the Phillies are done. I just think they're on a really bad skid, which I thought was going to happen. You know, I thought that was going to happen sooner or later because they started off so hot. You know, I would just give the Phillies time. You know, they're not a bad team. You know, a lot of people are blaming Kapler. Kapler got ejected twice in 1 week. You know, I think he's actually a pretty damn good manager. The problem is he doesn't know it. He has very little to work with right now because no one is performing. But down the road, if Clinton gets his head out of his ass and gets the pieces that you need on that baseball field, I feel like Gabe Kapler is going to do good things with that team. I really do. I think he's a good manager. A lot of people just don't have the patience for him, but it is what it is. You know, Phillies fans, you can't make them all happy. It really is what it is. By the way, anyone that's new to this channel, hell, if you're already in it, make sure to click that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're not already. And, yeah, it just makes me happy in my heart. Just smash that thumbs up button if you like what you're viewing. Honestly, I hope the Dodgers don't break my heart again. They might. This will be 3 years in a row, right? Yeah, because they lost to Houston. They lost to the Red Sox. And if they went this year, they'd probably lose to the Yankees. That would be insane. Giovanni says, what do you think about our D-line? I think it's the best in football. I really do. We don't have many holes on this team. We don't. I would like to go out and say, like other Eagles content creators say all the time, that we're going to win the Super Bowl. But last year proved to me we were the hottest team in football in the playoffs last year. All right. And the way we lost to the Saints broke my heart so much that I don't know what to think, because I didn't think anyone was going to beat us last year in the playoffs. I really didn't. I thought we were that hot. And it just seemed like the typical old Philadelphia Eagle way, the way we lost that game. So I can't just go out and say we're going to go out and win the Super Bowl this year because I don't want my heart getting broken again. Like, it's just not me. Like, I want to win more Super Bowls. And I want to see how the team progresses. I want to see how they do in situational performances. You know, I feel like the year we won the Super Bowl, everything perfect happens. We had the best matchups. We didn't have to play Green Bay. We didn't have to play Seattle. We didn't have to play teams that absolutely kicked the shit out of us with their mobility that was very tough to contain. We had perfect matchups, all right? And then when you went to New Orleans with Drew Brees, we went up on them 14-0. Nick Foles throws that interception that did change momentum, I'll admit it. And we never bounced back. And it looked like Nick Foles was going down the field once again, but it slid through Alshon Jeffrey's hands when it never does, and we end up losing the game. So that, to me, kind of made it go backwards when it comes to me being a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles, because what I saw from last year, how we lost that New Orleans Saints game, that set me back to like something like that would happen in 2009 with the Arizona Cardinals. You know, and that's what really disappointed me. And that's why I'm kind of like a dweller when it comes to being an Eagles fan again, because everything I saw was wrapped up into that one game. Got my hopes all the way up here. Looked like we were going to win another Super Bowl. Then all of a sudden lost in the most dramatic way possible. And that's my childhood in a nutshell. And that's what bothered me. That's why I don't go as far as saying we're going to win the Super Bowl because I'm not the kind of person that likes to get their heart ripped out of their fucking chest. I'm not like that. I'm an Eagles fan. I know what happens every single year. Like that Super Bowl to me was kind of like a far distant memory, if that makes any sense, because I'm that type of guy that believes it when I see it when it comes to this team. You know, everything perfect has to happen. You know, and on paper, we have a tremendous team. We have a tremendous team, but I want to see it happen on the football field before I say anything, before I predict anything. You know, is Wentz going to stay healthy? Is our defense going to perform like it does, like it looks like on paper? Is our coaching going to be there? Is Mike Rowe going to be a good coach this year? Because last year when Wentz was the QB, Mike Rowe was not a good coach, and everyone wanted him fired. And then everyone got hot, everyone played together, and then Mike Rowe was the man for the job again. You know, so I want to see how the coaching comes around. I want to see how everything comes around. And then I could give you my fair assessment on what's going to happen with the Philadelphia Eagles. I can't just go into the season saying we're going to win the Super Bowl because that's not how I'm wired as a Philadelphia Eagles fan. I'm just not. I've dealt with too much heartbreak as a kid. All right, so let me get back to some of this. I'm sorry I'm not reading off the comments. It might be a long Q&A. Red Sox blew yet another save again. Yeah, their bullpen sucks, Joe Hill. They really do. Bondi Sports Network says Jays got swept today. Sucks. Yeah, but you're facing probably the World Series champion, to be completely honest with you. Steelers fan 19 says, what are your thoughts on Mark Holmes saying that Wentz is overrated and the Cowboys know how to do business? I mean, if I'm being completely honest with Mark Holmes, I mean, I'm not gonna say Wentz is overrated because he was supposed to win MVP that one year when he went down, and for him to say Cowboys know how to do business, you know, I think Mark Holmes is a good troll, you know, because he gets under people's skin. But as for saying the Cowboys know how to handle business or do business, that's the most inaccurate statement I've heard in a very long time. The Cowboys haven't won since what, 96 technically. What business do they know how to do? Like, you know, that's completely trolling. If it's not trolling, he has to seek help because he doesn't know what he's talking about, you know? And he is kind of old. He's like, what, 50? So maybe he was born in the time to where they were great. They were a dynasty, and that's all he remembers. Like it was yesterday. But it wasn't yesterday. It was 23, 24 years ago, you know? So yeah, they haven't known how to do business in 23 to 24 years. So that's the most inaccurate statement I've ever heard. Bonnie Sports Network says, hope Edwin gets that ring. The parrot. Yep, walk the parrot, baby. I love the Edwin signing. Nicholas Paz says, do you think Kawhi will stay with Toronto? No. Fun, very bold statement, and I was saying this all day on The Fix. The Fix on ATD Radio. Check them out on Wednesdays. I think Kawhi Leonard is going to be a Philadelphia 76er, and I will explain why. The reason being is because, number one, I think we're going to resign Jimmy Butler. All right? If you pair Jimmy Butler and Kawhi Leonard together, that is the most unstoppable tandem in the NBA, or will be the most unstoppable tandem in the NBA. Plus, Kawhi Leonard was a huge Allen Iverson fan growing up, which means he watched a lot of Sixers basketball. I think Kawhi Leonard is going to be a Philadelphia 76er. And if it happens, come here and say thank you to me, because I will say you're welcome as quick as I just said this. All right, I truly believe deep down Kawhi Leonard will be a Philadelphia 76er. I really do. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do as much as I can. Jake Thoden says, where will KD go? Top of my mind, I think KD is going to be a net. I think KD is going to go there with Kyrie Irving. If Kyrie doesn't go to the Lakers, I think Kyrie and KD will be teammates in Brooklyn. Peter Plant says, what's up? What's up, Peter? It's your boy says, what's good? What's good, man? Steelers fan 19 says, keep your head up, Nitro. Hey, I'm doing just fine. I'm doing great. I'm making more money than I've ever made in my life. I'm exhausted. I'm going to Vegas next week. It's going to be a fun trip. By the way, anyone new in here that isn't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe now. If you like the show that I'm putting on right now, click the thumbs up. It warms my heart. And thank you for joining me tonight on this really, really late Q&A. I'll also be doing a Q&A in Las Vegas next week. That'll be a fun one. Giovanni Tavali says, how do you feel about Sharif Miller and TJ Edwards? Sharif is that Penn State guy, right? I don't know. I'm not really sold on our late Penn State picks, or pick. It's just a 4th round guy. We'll see maybe he'll be a good depth guy. But I guess fucking what's his name? Miles Sanders was a good pick, so I can't hate it. Nicholas Paz says, how do you think Andre Dillard would do for the Eagles? Such a project. And a fucking project being a 1st round pick. You never hear of it. Andre Dillard was one of the best left tackles in Pac-12 history for Washington State. But the problem is he was in the Pac-12. All right, the Pac-12 never run blocks. They always throw the ball. The points are skyward. There's no defense. It's a big project. I feel like they went up to get Andre Dillard because, they were freaking out about who would replace Jason Peters, and we don't have a good backup besides who? Big V. Like, we don't really have a good backup, so they're looking for his replacement, and I feel like they panicked because Houston Texans were going to take Andre Dillard. So I think they panicked and went up to go get him so they'd get their guy in the 1st round. I think he's a project. I can't say much about him. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Jake Thoden says, Cowboys are delusional, nothing new. Yeah, that's all they have. Packy Bites King, I don't know your point in saying that. You're probably an EDP fan. I don't know. I'll put you in timeout. I'll give you some redemption. I'm not going to block you completely. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, there you go. Philly Joyle says, wait, I got to go up. These are going quick. Philly Joyle says, yo, what's good, bro? What's up, man? Yo, Kink Wint says, I don't know what that means. Tad Mamba says, you think Maddox can make the Pro Bowl? Maddox is a stud. Maddox is going to do great things for this football team this year. And I'm not just saying that because of how he performed last year. I think he is the real deal. I really do. I looked at film, and this guy, the way he cuts on a dime, the way he's in coverage, he's a stud. I think the Saints might drop off this year. I think this is their last year with Drew Brees to do something. But I can agree to an extent that I think they could drop off. I agree with that. Bonnie Sports Network says because he ripped their heart out with that shot, we the North. Yeah, pretty much. Ted Mamba says stop it. I don't really know what that means. You got a raise. No, I make a lot more money now. AJC says, what are thoughts on the Lakers? Hey, they're going after the championship this year. That's all I got to say about them. Something that we should be doing. Jake Felden says, thoughts on Drew Brees passing the torch to Zion. If I'm a Saints fan, I wouldn't like it. Drew Brees is gone soon. So, of course, he's going to pass it off to the biggest star in New Orleans. So Zion is that star. So he's confident. He's not going to be there much longer. It's Your Boy says, what do you think about James Harden and Chris Paul's situation? Apparently, Chris Paul's a cancer everywhere he goes, so it's not that shocking to me, to be completely honest with you. Did you hear about Etika? Oh my God, it's so sad. Yeah, the guy killed himself. I know he was dealing with a lot of issues. He was a streamer. He was dealing with a lot of issues on YouTube. And, it's a sad situation because mental illness is a real thing, and people need to get it checked out. I feel so bad for the guy. I really do. And the cops tried to help him out, that one video, and he wouldn't answer the door. He thought it was someone, trying to kill him. It's just the whole situation is just so fucked up with that guy. But rest in peace, Etika. And mental illness is a real thing, guys. Get it checked out. Go get some help if you're feeling down about yourselves, and everything will be all right. Tad Mamba says, do you think Sidney Jones, do I trust Sidney Jones? Because I don't really like Sidney Jones, to be honest with you. I'm not a fan of him. I was never a fan of the pick to begin with because we had a running back sitting right there, regardless that Joe Mixon was that running back, and he was kind of a project because of his mental state of him punching that girl in college. But I would have taken a running back in that position, not Sidney Jones. But we'll see. Daryl Brown says, "What's up, Nitro? What's up, Daryl Brown? How you doing?" If I was Philly, I would have traded to get Devin Bush, or I would have drafted Sweat or Hollywood Brown. The reason why we didn't draft Hollywood Brown is because we got Djax back. I feel like that was the guy we were targeting in the first place, but it didn't happen. I wanted your guy, Steelers fan. I wanted what's his face, Benny Snell. I wanted him. That was a great pickup. Duke Bother says, Eli Manning or Daniel Jones? I don't know. Hey, to be honest with you, dude, like, Daniel Jones to me is not a good quarterback, but they see something out of him, so we'll see what happens. Giovanni DeVal says, I think Zach Brown and Malik Jackson will fit well. Yeah, I do too. I think Malik Jackson's a stud. Zach Brown was a good pickup as well because we lacked at the linebacking position, so that was big. Or N'Keal Harry, yeah. So anyone new in here, please smash that thumbs up button. Let's try to get 50 people in here. I'm going to do this for about maybe 20 to 25 minutes more. I'm just doing this because I haven't been on in a while. I want to catch up with you guys, ask questions. It's been a long, long minute. It's been a while. Oh, there's more shit I didn't even see. Tavon says, what's up, Tavon? How you doing? Charles Martin says, yo, trust me, man. Wentz going to take us to the promised land. You got to believe it. Hope so, man. I really do. Daryl Brown says, we're going to keep Jalen Mills. You guys might not like this. I really like Jalen Mills. All right. He's not the best in coverage in the open field, but red zone wise, he's one of the best in the NFL. And that's all that matters. You could give up as many yards as you want in the open field, but if you're good in the red zone when it matters, not giving up points, that's all that matters to me. And he's one of the best in the red zone. So I really, really, really like Jalen Mills. I don't know why people bash on him so much. Finish Cheat Code says, Panthers record in 2019. I think you're going to have a good year. I'm going to go 11-5. I think Christian McCaffrey, him being in his fourth year, I think it's third year, he's going to flourish. He's going to be a lot of top picks in the fantasy drafts this year. Him with Cam Newton, I think they're going to be a very good tandem. Yeah, I think 11-5. Fitness. That used to be Eagle Speed, by the way. But I don't call him Eagle Speed anymore because he doesn't like being called Eagle Speed. So I got to respect that. And Fitness. Yep, 11-5. Thoughts on the Pelicans? I mean, they have Zion now. What's there to hate? Padres fan. Mike Green said something stupid, apparently. Thanks for the moderators for looking out. Hold on 1 second. Thoughts on the Pelicans? Yeah, I answered that one. What's the worst Eagles game I ever watched? I was there. 17-3 when we lost to the Cowboys when Nick Foles was actually playing. That was one of the worst games I've ever seen Nick Foles perform. 17-3 at home. I wanted to leave in the third quarter. It was so bad. I'd say a runner-up to that was the Seattle Seahawks game on Monday Night Football when they beat us 42-0. That was a close second. Philly Joel says, I believe Kawhi might be a Sixer, but I will have to wait till Sunday to see what happens. I think Kawhi is going to be a Sixer. I really do. We could have Joe Mixon. I wanted Joe Mixon, I did. For all the right reasons, I wanted Joe Mixon. I didn't want Joe Mixon because he was a woman beater. I wanted him because he was a good player. He's a very good player, actually. Jock Talk says, hey, what's up, Nitro? What's up, Jock Talk? What kind of video do you plan on making after the Cowboys sweep the Eagles this year? The Cowboys will split with us like they always do. I'm not going to be that fan that's biased that says we're going to sweep the Cowboys this year. We're not. The Cowboys have a very good squad. And, a lot of people say Dak Prescott is a bad QB. He's not a bad QB. He's a very good game manager. It just matters on how that line holds up for him. If that line holds up for him, he can have all day to throw. And that's what's scary because Dak Prescott proved in 2016 that he could get it done. And I think he's had a couple down years, if you want to call it that. Stats say differently, but I think he's a very serviceable QB. I think they're going to overpay the fuck out of him. But yeah, I don't get all the shit people are saying about him. Duke Baller says, oh yeah, I read that. If Carson stays healthy, we have a good chance for great things. I agree. Nicholas Paz says, what NFL player do you hate the most? Hate? Oh God, I'm gonna sound bitter on this one. Tom Brady. I can't stand Tom Brady. Bonnie Sports Network says Broncos record in 2019. They have Joe Flacco, right, and Drew Lock, who they just picked up. 8-8. I don't think any one of those QBs are gonna get it done. Peter Flan says, wait, see, he's talking about Etika. Yeah, mental illness is a real thing. Etika was dealing with a lot of problems. Giovanni Diwali says, what's your prediction on the Eagles this year? I'm gonna say 11-5. I'm gonna keep it like kind of subtle. I'm gonna say 11-5. You know, we have a good record at home. On the road, we lose a couple games. So yeah. Joe Thalden says, should Kingery represent the Phillies at the All-Star game? No, I honestly think that Neris should represent the Phillies at the All-Star game. I think he's been your best overall player so far this year, Hector Neris, and I was bashing the guy last year. Jock Talk says, hey, Nitro, my cousin won a seat at the World Series of Poker. Lucky. I'm in the $1,500 tournament next week, but there's a $10,000 tournament going on next week that I desperately wanted to be in because it's called The Main Event, and it's on ESPN. But I didn't get a seat in it, so I'll be settling for the $1,500 seat that's not on TV, and we'll see how far I go. Maybe I'll vlog it, maybe I won't. I don't know. Danny Travis says, Lakers winning the 2020 title. That's a possibility, unfortunately. Thoughts on Google trying to interfere with the 2020 election? That'll be illegal. Would you ever visit Century League Field in Seattle? Yeah, why not? If the league, Philly Joel says if the Lakers don't make the finals, the 80 was a fail. 80 being on that team with LeBron is going to be scary, man. Who's the worst team in the NFL right now? I'm actually going to say the Giants. I think the Giants are fucking terrible. I think they're going to be one of the worst teams in the league again. Duke Baller says Chiefs. I don't know how that's possible. Do you think the Patriots will be worse without Gronk? Nope. I think they'll be just about the same because that system works perfectly up there. Breakout player for the Eagles this year, finished Cheat Code says. Dallas Goedert. I got Goddard this year. I think Goddard is going to be a stud on this team. Giovanni Diwali says, I think we do 12-4, 13-3. That's a lot of predictions from a lot of people. I don't get my hopes up as an Eagles fan. I just don't do it. I've learned a long time ago as a kid not to get your hopes up as an Eagles fan, especially when a QB is coming back from injury. I can't do it like these other video makers do. I can't do it. I refuse to do it. We Fly High says, Nitro, hey, what's up, We Fly High? I think you were Jake. Yeah, Jake Reynolds. Yeah, what's up, man? Joey Shake says, what is your take on Miles Sanders and Jordan Howard in the backfield? On paper, it looks kind of ridiculous. My only problem is, or problems, Miles Sanders is a rookie, and Jordan Howard can't run end zone to end zone, which means he can't run a long distance without being caught because he's not the fastest running back on the field. That's the only problem I have with Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders being a rookie, but I can't hate it. Joey, I can't hate it, but we'll see what happens. Sean Maz says, baseball is too frustrating to watch the whole season. It's way too long. I agree 100%. Who do I think is the biggest crybaby in the NBA? Draymond. I think Draymond is the biggest crybaby in the NBA. Bondi Sports Network, the Bills. Yeah, the Bills are pretty bad, but I kind of feel bad for them. I'm actually going to Buffalo this year to check it out. A lot of people are like, why are you going to Buffalo? There's nothing to do up there. I think it looks pretty lit to me, so I'm going to go. And plus, it's not even that long of a drive. It's like 6 hours. Danny Travis says Giants can't be the worst because they can win games with Saquon. It's a team sport, buddy. Barkley may be the best running back in the league. I think he is the best running back in the league. I would draft him first overall in fantasy. But it's a team sport. You're not going to win games with one player. And I think their team is abysmal because they will not let go of Eli Manning. And they brought in another QB who's another unknown who lost 57-8 against Wake Forest. Duke versus Wake Forest. I don't really get it, but whatever. I have no problem with it. Yeah, Nick. I still don't get the Daniel Jones draft pick. I don't at all. But I don't care. It's good. Good to see you still doing well after all these years, man. Keep up the good work, Duke Baller says. Thank you, Duke. Means a lot. If there's anyone new in the stream, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're not already. I'm going to be around a lot more during football season. I'm going to be doing streams like Q&As and stuff like that, but not like NBA streams. Number one, I don't really like to rip off of people. People are doing it a lot, and I don't know. It's not something I like to do. I like to make my content my own. I feel like I know I can do streams, but I just don't do them because it makes me feel like weird, when I feel like I'm ripping off somebody. I don't like it. Leonard's coming back to the Kingdom of the North. No, I don't think so. Is Manny Machado a dirty player? Yes, very much so. Danny Travis says it's the Bucks besides Evans. They don't have anyone. I think Winston's going to have a breakout year this year. You watch, especially with Arians now. Arians is a good coach, man. You guys got to look out for Arians. Arians is a phenomenal football coach. Nitro, how do you make a radio show or a podcast? Well, I'm actually on a platform called A2D Radio, and I'm on Monday's show called The Sports Hounds. It's averaging like 2,000 views an episode per week. We're gonna get that into 10,000s by football season. The three people on that show, including myself, they're badass. Me, Rob Brinkman, and Brad Ryer. We're just such a great tandem, and it's gonna be such a fun football season. I love that show so much, and I'm so glad that Rob brought me onto that show because I've been on for a month, and it has been nonstop action. Everyone has a different opinion, which I love, and no one is afraid to argue with each other. So I love that tandem. And, yeah, we're going to get a crack-a-lackin' in football season. How do I make a radio show or a podcast, though? Dude, if you want to make a podcast or radio show, just go on YouTube, do what I'm doing here, go live, and see where it takes you. Danny Travis says, I'm from upstate New York. You'll love Buffalo. I'll be up there, man. I'll let you know how I like it. Which one is your greatest pick for us this year? For us this year, I liked JJ. I like JJ Arcega-Whiteside. I thought that was a great pick. Great red zone threat. Me too, man, for the Broncos game. I feel bad for Saquon Barkley because he plays on a terrible team. I don't feel bad for him at all. I think he's the best running back in the league, but thank God he's on the worst team in the league. So I love it. Who do we think is the biggest baby in the NFL? It has to be Odell Beckham. Has to be. Phenomenal player, but he's definitely the biggest baby. Put Barkley on the Eagles, we'd win multiple titles. I think we'd go undefeated if we had Barkley on the Eagles, to be honest with you. I wanted Barkley on the Eagles. And people were like, no, we can't do that. You're stupid for saying that. I would have traded so much for Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley is just – I think he could be the best running back of all time. I really do when it's all said and done. That guy is fucking skilled. Jock Talk says, I'm so happy Dallas didn't get Goddard. That would be scary. It would be because of the slant passes that Dak throws, the short passes. It would be really scary. I finally got a 500 view plus video. There you go, Bondi. Sky's the limit for you. Nicholas Paz says, do you think Dwayne Haskins can shine as a rookie? I do. I really do. I mean, he's more of a dink and dunk passer in my opinion. But we'll see what happens. I think he could shine. Danny Travis says, do anything special for Pride Month? Not really. You know, I went to a couple places like Asbury Park. My friend wanted me to go to NYC, but I don't know. I was just too busy with work, and you know, it's just like I didn't really have anyone to go with, and plus, I hung with my friends down at like DJs and stuff like that. But other than that, nothing spectacular. Final Flash says, I wish the Giants could be terrible forever. Me too. I wish we could sweep them every year. That would be great for the rest of my life if we could sweep that team every damn year. Nicholas Paz says, Bank Stadium, TIA Bank Stadium is a stadium I recommend watching a game at. It's actually not a bad stadium. It's huge. Is that the Viking Stadium? Get back to me on that one. Jake Thoden says, would you trade Wentz for Saquon? No, because Wentz is a quarterback. You need a quarterback. we don't have a quarterback. So I can't trade Wentz for Saquon. Giovanni Diwali says, who's the best center in the NFL? I'm going to go with my guy. I'm going to say Jason Kelce. That's my guy. That's what I'm going to say. It might be biased. It might not be. I think it's Jason Kelce. How dangerous do you think the Browns will be this year? Depends on how the personalities on that team match up. You never know until it's actually on the field and played out. You never know. I think they can be dangerous with how much talent they have, but they have a lot of personalities on that team. A lot. Boston sports is the most cancerous. They win, though, unfortunately. Nicholas Pass says the Jaguar Stadium. I heard it's a shit show down there. I don't know. My friend used to go to school down there, and he left Jacksonville to come up to a community college his freshman year because he didn't like the area. So I don't know. Like, I feel like Nick Foles is going to do well down there, but going there as like a stadium, it's not on my bucket list. That's for damn sure. I just wish like the preseason game against the Jaguars was in the link. You know, that's the one thing that I kind of hate, but it is what it is. Bonnie Sports Network says they have a pool so you don't watch the terrible football. Won't be terrible this year, not with Foles. Bonnie Sports Network says kind of like the Diamondbacks. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't like the Diamondbacks at all. They can fucking kick rocks. Fuck the Diamondbacks. By the way, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash that thumbs up button. Even if you're not new to the channel, smash that thumbs up button. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a stream in Vegas next week. I land in Vegas July 5th. So we're 3 hours behind. And that will be pretty fucking awesome. I can't wait until Las Vegas. I really can't. I got to get away. So that, you know, I've had long nights, long days, long nights. I need to have some fun. Like, I really do. And that's why I haven't been on YouTube so much, you know. And that's why I could really, like, clear my mind in this Q&A because I haven't really had time to really say anything. And I'm not going to give you guys that shitty content I used to where I'm just going to blabber off and just make a video. Because I'm not going to do that. I'm only going to make a video when I really mean to say something that is actually knowledgeable. All right? I'm not going to feed you guys wolf tickets. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm not going to make a fucking video that says Wentz is better than Dak. I'm just not stupid. Everyone knows that Wentz is better than Dak. Everybody does. Even Cowboys deep down know that he's better than Dak. Everybody knows he's better than Dak. All right? I'm not going to feed you guys wolf tickets. What is the most expensive thing you've ever bought? Do buy-ins count? Because buying in the poker, I spend like $5,000 for a buying event, if that counts. Marcos Levy says, what's your thoughts on Don Luca? Fucking stud. Am I going to the Patriots game? I'm going to every single home game, Jock Talk. Every single game. Steelers fan 19 says, I want to go to Cincinnati for a Steelers game, and I want to go down south and go out west for a Steelers game also. I've been to Pittsburgh last year. It's pretty nice there. You know, the fans aren't too bad. It's a good atmosphere to watch football, and there's just nothing more to do in the city. That's the only downfall I have. Dylan Holiday says, thoughts on AB and how he will do in Oakland? Just curious. I don't think he's going to do well in Oakland. I really don't. I think he is more so out of his prime now, and I think it's going to show a lot this year. I could be wrong, but I think it's going to show a lot this year. I could be wrong. All right, so Nicholas Pass has a blocked comment for some reason. I don't know why, because it's actually an accurate comment. Nicholas Pass says, everyone tells me that Cleveland is a shithole. I've been there 3 times, and every time I've been there, I agree. It is the biggest shithole. There is nothing to do in Cleveland. Nothing. Jake Thoden says, I hope AB has a shitty rest of career, Punk. I hope the best for him. I don't wish anything bad on anyone, but I just think he's going to be washed now. Derek Carr is a car crash. Derek Carr used to be a very good QB. I don't know what happened. And, yeah, I mean, Derek Carr for a while was actually my fantasy QB in his first year. And Derek Carr was my fantasy QB for a lot of my first year his first year as a rookie because my QB went down. So I used him a lot. And then he went down right before the playoff game, and Matt McGloin started the playoff game against the Houston Texans and got destroyed. That's what sucks. And, you know, that's complete opposite of what happened with the Eagles when Wentz went down. Foles came in and shined, and that's what you need in a backup QB. Steelers fan 19 says, "What jerseys are you going to wear this year?" I'm not a jersey guy. You know, I buy jerseys, but I never wear them. I wear T-shirts. Bonnie Sports Network says Von Miller and Brentley Chubb, 50 sacks this year, yes or no? No, that is a really impossible feat. 2020, that's a very impossible feat. J.R. Ramos says, "What's up, Nitro? What's up, JR? How you doing?" Nicholas Pass says, "Derek Carr and John Gruden need to get along." I agree. Do you hear that the Kansas City radio guy said about Andy Reid? Yeah, I do. It's very dark. It's a very dark comparison, and I think that guy got fired. I think he should get fired. You just don't say stuff like that. Even if it's true, if it's not true, you just don't say stuff. There's things you say and there's things you don't say, and that's just one thing you just don't say. Jock Talk says, "What jersey are you gonna buy this year?" I want a Jenks jersey. I think it's time for me to get a Malcolm Jenks jersey because he's the captain of the defense. You know, he did everything I wanted him to do by showing up at camp, even though he was unhappy with the salary, and he showed up. You know, that's a leader right there. He's not happy with the money situation, but him showing up on that field as a captain of this team proves to me that he loves the game of football, and he'll be there for his team. And Jenks right now is one of my favorite players on this team. He really is. Jake Thoden says, "Are the Nets the second best team in all of sports?" And that's the best New York team in all of best. I mean, I guess right now. No, it would have to be the Islanders because the Islanders got the second round of the playoffs. Marcos Levy says, "Jenks is a stud." He is. Giovanni Diwali says, "What's the top 5 offenses this year?" All right, so I'm going to go down the list. On paper, number 5, I'm going to say the Eagles. Number 4, the Rams. Number 3, Kansas City. Number 2, the Saints. And number 1, I'm still going to have to go with the Patriots. I have to go with the Patriots, or I'm going to switch it. I'm going to go number 1, Saints, and number 2, Pats. Because they have Brady in that system. And in that system, you know, you can make anyone look like a superstar. So I'm going to have to say the Pats will be number 2, and number 1 will be the Saints. Jay's finished last place. Yep, it's looking like that, buddy. All right, with that being said, great Q&A, guys. I'm about 45 minutes in right now. I have to go to bed. I feel like I'm about to just pass out right now. And thank you for everyone joining the stream. Like I said before, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll be doing this all football season long. You will not miss this face at all. I will be back and better than ever. Probably the best year I'm ever going to have here on YouTube because I am mature. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to talk some shit. And it's going to be such a great season of Philadelphia Eagles football. I'm so ready. But yeah, smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And you guys have a phenomenal night. See you guys later. Bye.